Hello guys, welcome back. So I hope you watched the previous video. In the previous video, I have told you about compute services and content services that you need to learn in AWS. Now in this video, let us enter into one of the compute service, that is EC2. Now the question is, when do I need to use this EC2 and why do I need to use this EC2? This is directly the management console, how it looks like when you enter into this. So when do you use this EC2 is whenever you require servers, that is virtual servers. That means in simple, in short, I can say it as if you want your laptop in online, that means if you want to use your laptop providing services, laptop providing processing from online, then you need to choose this EC2. That is, you can able to use this server in virtually. So let's say you hosted a website in your laptop. What do we call that laptop now? We call that as server since we hosted a website. Now, in similar way, now you can tell me where your laptop will be in your hands, right? That is physical device. Now, since you are using the AWS cloud, you are asking for virtual server, same like your virtual laptop to host your application. Is there any service to host your application and have a flexibility to control the whole machine which is hosting your application is EC2 virtual servers. So what is service which provides you these virtual servers is EC2 service. So we call these servers in this EC2 service as instances. Since by using which service we are creating these instances or servers, EC2 only, right? So we call these instances which are creating from EC2 as EC2 instances. Let's see, if we try to launch, if we try to create an instance, what are the things that I need to learn? So launching is nothing but creating. So I just opened the services. There I selected EC2 or else you can search here EC2. There you can find the EC2 service. Just click on it. Then in the console, in the console, you found the EC2 dashboard. So here you can see how many EC2 instances are running. By default, only one security group is provided. Except that, everything is not provided. Let's say I want to launch an instance. Let's say I want to launch an instance. From this, you can able to just click here, launch instance. Launching is nothing but creating. Launching is nothing but creating. First, you need to provide server name. Let's say it is server 1. Now, what is this application and OS image? That is nothing but what is this AMI, sir? What does it indicates? Now, since you are creating server in AWS, that is nothing but you are creating a virtual laptop in your AWS. You need to tell, right, what is the operating system that your laptop will have. That is, what is the operating system that you need to have, that you must need to tell to it, right? Yes. So, and what is the applications that must be run in your mission, that also you need to told right before only. Yes. So based on the operating system, these Amazon providing machines images are classified as follows. So you can see it, AWS provides us Linux machines, Mac OS machines, and Linux machines we have Windows machines we have Mac OS machines we have Ubuntu, we have Red Hat, we have SUSE Linux we have. So like this, Debian we have. So like this, we have multiple machine images. So from these images, you can able to select any one of the image, or else if you want, if you want, if you want your own Amazon machine image, what is this AMI, sir? AMI is nothing but it's a template. It's a template of what does this template contain, sir? In this template, it contains pre-configured EC2 instances. It contains pre-configured EC2 instances. So by using this template, by using this Amazon Mission Image template, can I able to launch an EC2 instance? Of course. By selecting this and by selecting other options also, after that you can able to launch your instance. So first, you have to tell which operating system you want in your machine, right? So for this, we have these options. And if you browse for more options, then you can see 4 columns here. First one is quick start AMI. These are commonly used AMIs which are provided by AWS. Now you can see my AMIs. These my AMIs which are created by you only. That means let me provide you an example case. When we're gonna create your own AMI and when you're gonna use it. Let's say you have a server with operating system and configurations and your application. This server works as your server. Let's say you are using server 1. You named the server as server 1 here. Okay. Now, since more users are using, since more users require, since more users are using the same server, you're having a lot of traffic to the server. Now you have a need. Since more users are using, we require another server with the same functionality as server 1. Then create an Amazon machine image. What? AMI. Create an AMI. So if I create an AMI, then what does that AMI stores from my server 1, sir? From server 1, whatever the server that we used currently, let me call it as server 1. If I create AMI from that server 1, then in that AMI, I gonna get what is AMI? AMI is nothing but template, right? In that template, what I gonna get? Pre-configuration of EC2 instances. What is the pre-configuration, sir? What is the OS that you are using for server 1? And what are the applications that you installed in server 1? And what are the configurations that you've done on server 1? Those all things will be pre-configured and stored as a template. So if you create an AMI, then the template will be stored in the form of AMI. So that will be visible here. You can able to use that AMI and you can able to launch another EC2 instance from here. So by using that, you can able to create another server very easily. If you create your own AMI, we call that AMI as custom AMI. Under this my AMI session, you can find it. Let's say you want to purchase from AWS and trusted third-party AMIs. If you want to purchase any AMI from online store, then you can visit this marketplace. Here, multiple AMIs are pre-configured with you can see the bills as well. It's a marketplace. You can able to pay and use it as well. So if you want, if you want to use, if you want to use public AMIs, then you can take this. These public AMIs you can take by your own risk because they are not provided by AWS. They are provided by some other. So who can make them as public? So from these, you can able to select any one of these. Since my account is free tier, I'd like to select a free tier AMI. Let's say I want to select this Linux. So in this way, from the AMIs, you need to select one of the AMI. Then you can see what is this. Here you have selected Amazon Machine Image AMI. Now what it is asking? It is asking for instance type. What does this instance type stand for? This instance type defines, what does it defines is your instance, size of your instance, that is number of parameters it will define. So you can compare what are the present instance types here. So here we mainly focus on virtual CPUs and architecture and memory. And here you can see storage we have, and storage type we have network performance we have. So like this, we are having multiple sessions. Generally, while selecting an instance type, we focus on these virtual CPUs and memory and storage and network performance. So we just focus on virtual CPUs, memory, storage, and network performance while we selecting an instance type. So based on your need, you need to select an instance type. Here, whenever you click here, you found multiple filters. Here you can see GPU based filters are there, and storage based filters are there, and virtual CPU based filters are there, storage type based filters are there, storage based filters are there. So like this, network performance filters are there, memory based filters are there. So based on your need, you can select any one of the family. Then you got all the instance types which are comes under that family, so that you can able to choose, you can able to focusly choose one of the instance type. So based on the virtual CPUs, memory, storage, and network performance, you need to choose. So since I'm using free tier, I just choose the whatever the provided. And here you can see this is key pair. What is this key pair, sir? The key pair is nothing but acts as a login for your EC2 instance. Let's say you want to enter into a room. That room was closed. What do you require? The key, right? Room key. So in the same way, whenever you enter into the EC2 instance, you need to have a key pair. That key pair is that. What are the key pair that you create here? That is your key pair. If you want, then you can create new key pair, and then you can write the key name here. Let's say I want to write SRI, then you can write, and if you click on this create key pair, then it will be saved to you. After that, you can click here, then you can see what are the key pair that you created, and then you can able to select it and you can able to use it. So let me tell about this key pair. How does it works? This key pair mainly consists of two keys. First one is public key and second one is private key. What are the things? Public key as well as private key. What does public key will do? It will be used to encrypt username and password, right? Yeah. So AWS is responsible for this public key, and AWS will provide you the private key. So what does this private key will do, sir? For Windows, it will decrypt the data and get the credentials of your EC2 instance so that you can able to access. Coming to Linux, this private key is used for remotely connection using SSH. This private key is used for remote connection to access your EC2 Linux instance using SSH. So this is about private key and public key. This private key will be maintained by you and public key will be maintained by AWS. Whatever the key that you create, that is your private key. And for that, a public key is created and maintained by whom? AWS. Whenever you're creating your key, there you can see an option, create a key. After that, you can find an option of download the key. So at there, you can able to download the key. Now, this is the networking settings where your server will be. By default, it will be present, default VPC. If you want to change it into particular VPC that you have, then you can change it into particular VPC. Then you can see the firewall, security groups. Security groups are nothing but acts as a firewall, which stops the unauthorized access based on the rules it has. It just allows what is the traffic that you provide. The 0.0.0.0/0 indicates allows any traffic, every traffic. So based on this, whatever the traffic you allow, those traffic only allowed through to the EC2 instance. And for your laptop, do you require to have some storage, right? Yes. To store your operating system data, you need some storage that you need to configure here. So let's see some advanced details, advanced features that we need to select. Here you can see IAM profile. So if you want to provide some services access to this AWS instance, then for that you need to create an IAM role and attach it to this. So don't worry, I'm gonna tell you whenever it comes in the future. Next, you can see here purchase options. If you select none, it will comes under on demand. That means normally it will create instance on demand. So if you select a spot instance, then it will create under request and supply base. So coming to tendency, from this tendency, you need to select your instance is comes under shared or dedicated. So what is this shared, sir? In this, you have to run your instance on shared hardware. Whereas comes to dedicated, here you have dedicated instance option and dedicated host option. Host means physical machine. On the physical machines, you create your instances, right? So from the first, host is not public, host is public, and the shared hardware is also public. You just pick one of the hardware if you select shared option. If you pick the dedicated option, all the instances which are present on the host will be yours only. That means a dedicated hardware will be provided for you. If you click on dedicated host, then whole machine will be dedicated for you only. In that way, based on the tendency, you have to select. If you don't want to share your instance with, share your server's hardware with another public user's hardware, then you need to choose dedicated instances. If you want your host to be dedicated to you only, then you need to choose dedicated host. If you don't want that much security, then you can able to choose this shared tendency as well. Based on you need to choose. Coming to user data, you need to provide here some script. Based on the script, the you can able to, so by using the script, can I able to do perform some operations? Of course, we can able to perform some operations. So can I say by using the code, can I able to automate downloadings of softwares which I require? Of course, we can able to download the softwares which I require by using simply writing the bash code, and we can able to configure our instance based on the bash code as well. So that code you need to write here. So whenever your instance is starting only booting at the first time, at that time only this code will be executed. After that, that's it. These are the things that you need to focus on while creating your instance, and then simply launch your instance. This is how the real-time scenario will be. So since I'd like to provide you a direct view of how to do this thing, how to create your instance, I opened you in the console and shown you. Coming to instance types, you have seen already what is the CPU type that you need to choose, and spot requests that you have seen. Coming to reserved instances, these are instances that you need to reserve previously. So based on the reservation, AWS will provide you some discount. If you reserve and you have paid a full upfront payment, then you have a lot of discount will be provided by AWS. So let's say you paid only a part of upfront payment, then AWS will provide you a part of discount only. If you have not paid any upfront, then the cost will be slightly less compared to on-demand instances. What are on-demand instances, sir? Whenever you directly launch your instances from here, then you can say those are belongs to on-demand instances. So I have told you about dedicated host, right? That is a separate machine will be held for you, and you can able to create your instances on that. So that is this dedicated host. Coming to AMIs, these are nothing but images of your instances that you want. This is EBS. What is this EBS, sir? This is nothing but the storage that you use for your EC2 instance. In this, you can store in the form of volumes. Storage is measured in the form of volumes in this EBS. And for this for this storage, if you want backup, then you can able to create snapshots. So how much duration of time that storage snapshots will maintain by using this lifecycle manager. Okay. So by using the security groups, you can able to say who can able to allow or who can able to deny into your EC2 instance. By using this elastic IP, you can able to create an IP address where you can able to attach it to your EC2 instance. These key pairs you have already seen. These key pairs are used as keys to connect to your EC2 instance, right? Yes. So coming to this load balancers, these are used to distribute traffic from users to multiple servers. In a company, do you have only one server? No, right? Multiple servers are there. Since multiple users triggering you, multiple servers are there. How to create those multiple servers, sir? By using this auto scaling group, you can able to create those multiple servers, and you can able to distribute the traffic by using this load balancer, right? Yes. So this is all about EC2 dashboard and how it look like and how to create your EC2 instance from this dashboard. So I hope you understood about EC2, how to create an EC2 instance, and what are the options which are available on this EC2 instance dashboard. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye.